Hey everyone, I'm Melanie from Streamline Legal, where we help law firms get the most out of their practice management software. Today I want to talk to you about calendars. And there's two things that I'm guessing your calendar is missing that's really going to make a huge difference in the year coming up ahead. So I'm going to show you my calendar here so I can show you a couple of the things. The first one is drive time or travel time, as I like to call it. We want to make sure that if you're having appointments outside of the office, whether you're an attorney or whatever your role is within the firm, if you're meeting people outside the office and you need that travel time or that drive time to get there, then I want to make sure that that's accounted for on your calendar. So here, for example, we have a hearing that's going to take place in the courthouse. And so I want to make sure that I'm going to go ahead and add some travel time right here. So I like to call mine drive time. And I'm going to have that take about 30 minutes to get there, accounting for traffic and everything. I'm going to save that. And then by the same token, after my hearing, I want to make sure I have time to get back to the office. And so I'm going to go ahead and add another drive time here, and I'm going to make that another 30 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, we all know being in court, going run motions and hearings, it's unpredictable. It could go an hour and a half. It could go 30 minutes. So of course, these are not always going to be exactly right, but the more often we do these things, the better idea we get, and we can go ahead and make some best guesses or best estimates. And that's really going to put you in a much better position, because once you get to a point where, you're trying to use scheduling programs or you're trying to use other technology that allows people to schedule on your calendar and see when you're available, you want to make sure that time is blocked off, because you don't want to have to be taking client calls in the car if you're not prepared for that. Or you also don't want to be setting other appointments when you're in the car or traveling. My second example here has to do not specifically with travel time, but for preparation time and for recap time, as I call it. So I'll show you my example here is that we have a meeting with a client that starts at 10 a.m. And this is a client that, we've been working with for a while. And so maybe I need a few minutes to just review the file before that client comes in to make sure that I know what we're going to talk about. And so I'm going to go ahead and put, I can put file review, or I can put prep time to make sure that I know what that client needs when they walk in the door. And that's going to make that meeting just that much more productive. And so if the meeting starts at 10 o'clock, maybe I'm going to make this prep time start at 9:45, because I've been working on the file, I'm pretty familiar with it. And I'm going to make it go until 10 o'clock. And so I've got that saved right there, so no one else is going to schedule anything within that 15 minutes. I'll have a little bit of time. Consequently, after I meet with the client, we've made some decisions about how we're going to move forward on this case. So I may want to put in some time so that I can start creating tasks for my team members, so I can document it in the file, create a note so everyone knows what we talked about. So I'm going to go ahead and put recap time after the meeting. And maybe that takes about 30 minutes because, of course, I had to use the restroom. I had to grab a drink. So I'm going to allow myself 30 minutes to do that. And so setting your calendar up like this with the prep time, with the recap time after appointments, makes your day so much more realistic and prevents you from getting in a situation where you feel like you're just going from back to back to back from one meeting to the next because you had no time in between. And it really puts you in a much better position to be able to serve your clients, because now you're showing up to meetings on time, you're showing up prepared, you're showing up, ready to discuss what needs to be discussed, and so that you can go ahead and make that time much more productive. Your clients will thank you for it. You'll feel much more relaxed. And so I'd highly encourage you to start putting this kind of time into your calendar. Or if you're working with staff members that are scheduling for you, come up with some rules and say, every time I have this type of meeting, let's make sure to put that, in that prep time, or put in that recap time. Or anytime I have a meeting out of the office, let's make sure to put in travel time. These are things that are very reasonable and very easy for an admin staff to do, and will help your day go a lot more smoothly. So please do remember to put in travel time on your calendar, put in prep time, put in recap time, whatever you need to make that time more effective, and it'll make your year moving forward a lot easier as well. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.